Hi guys, this is a video response to Strat2006. He's tagged me and he wants to see a quick form of shelter. So first ever tag I've had, I think. So I'll show you two forms of quick shelter. One, obviously when we're in the hammock chair and we're just going out for the day, and another one if I do an overnighter. Now I've set the overnighter up and I'll show you in two configurations that I do. One, if it's I know it's not going to be a bad night, I just have it set on the floor, usually with a basher or a small tarp. I'm on the floor because I just believe that if you're in an hammock with a small tarp, you're going to end up a cropper. So if I'm in a small tarp or a basher, I set it up on the floor. So what I'll do is I'll show you around, and then I'll put an additional piece on that I have. It's called a micro tarp from Backpacking Light. I've had that for donkey's years, and I'll put that on and use it as a door. So I'll show you the first part now, and then I'll set up the part with the door, and then I'll bring it back. Okay, there she is. This is if I'm sleeping on the ground and I'm just out with a basher. So I use my walking pole as a front and I lift it up on the a little clip there, and obviously on the walking pole I have two guides pegged out down both sides, and there's the opening. I peg it out down. I always try and get it near a tree if I can, just so I can get extra headroom by lifting that up there, and then I bungee that or Parrot Cart it to a tree, and then I've got the full back open, and I can get a, so the only part that's open is the front, but as I say, I'll show you with the other part what I do, and then it'll come explanatory. So I'll just take you round. I say there's plenty of room in there. You could get two in there at a push, but as I say, I just usually use it on my own if I'm doing a quick overnighter. So that's one, and that's it from the other side. So I'll put the other part on now and then bring you back. Okay lads, now we've put the micro tarp up by Backpacking Light, and I just use it as an additional cover. I'll show you around. Obviously I've got my two walking poles usually, and depending which way the rain's blowing is the way I set the tarp up. So if it's coming in one way, I'll set it up that way. If it's coming in the other, I'll set it up that way. And it just gives you a little bit more shelter, and sorry about the plane lads. So it just gives you, just blocks the wind off really, and the rain. And as I say, it's just mainly for overnighters where you can get everything up. So that's a quick shelter that I'd put up in reply to Strat2006. So there you go, Mike. I hope that satisfies your query. And now I've done, so I just link the middle part of the tarp to the carabiner. Then on here I pull it round and I just rig it on with a bit of Parrot Cart, and I go back to the middle bit. And obviously as before, the middle bit is lifted up to give you headroom with a bungee around the tree, or Parrot Cart, whatever you've got. And I've found this to be really adequate. If you're worried about strong winds, you could always pull that back and tie that to this Parrot Cart here, but I've not had a problem with that. So that's that system. So the next system I'll show you is how we all have it, lads, and that's as a little rain cover for when we're on our what it called, hammock chair, sorry. So I'll bring you back once I've got that set up. Bye for now. Now lads, just while we're here, just want to mention pegs. Now, walking in the hills for years and years, I've bought all sort of pegs. I've bought the micro ultralight titanium, the aluminium, heavy duty, but I find these star shapes the best pegs I've ever bought. One, they're rock solid. Two, they always go in the ground. And three, they're very, very stable. But I'll just give you a little tip how to get them out, because they are a pain to get out. So I'll just push it in with my foot and show you how to get them out. And the best way to do it, lads, is to get another peg into the side and pull out. And that's the best way to do it. So there's just a little tip on my findings and buying pegs over the years, that these star ones are rock solid, they're quite light, and if you pull them out with another peg, you won't go far wrong. Alright lads, see ya. Right guys, we've got the basher up, and I've set it up what I say a really bad day, really raining, really uncomfortable, but you still like getting out, and you can just see the rain off. Perhaps it's just a really bad shower. So I'll just take you around the outside and show you that. Right, first thing you can see, it's leaning quite steep and it's very close to that tree. So let me explain my reasons why. Rightio. So what I've done the ridgeline with bungees, and I put the bungee straight through the eyelet so it can get right close to this tree. And the reason is when I'm sat in it, I don't want the wind and the rain to blow it onto me while I'm sat in my hammock chair. So that's that reason. And the steepness is quite simply, I could have bungeed from the eyelet here, but I've just had this little carabiner on, and I've just come straight from there and I've put it into the suspension system of my hammock chair. So that's the suspension system around the tree, comes back through itself. I form a load of knots for different positions, and I just put the bungee into the one of the knots that's convenient, and that gives a nice sloping. So this is really for if it's in a storm situation. And my tie outs, as you've seen in another video, are these little carabiners, and they're onto Parrot Cart. Now I have two different colour sets of Parrot Cart. I have 4 25 foot Parrot Cart, and I have 4 12.5 foot. Now on the basher I usually just take out the 12.5 foot, and I've got a couple of pieces for extensions if required. And on my big tarp I have the 25 foot, which is a totally different colour than this, because the last thing you want to do is start I know my 25 foot is a different colour than this, and my 12.5 foot is this colour, so that works for me. So that's how I do it. So that's the basher, the quick shelter. It takes about 10 minutes to get up, lads. So that does it for me, and that's in response to Strat2006, our quick shelter setup. Now, what I will do is I'll just set it up at normal height and just show you that, and then that should finish this video. Okay lads, I've eyed it up a little bit. I always try keep it on a slight slant, just for the rain really. And then if it's iffy, you don't know what the weather's going to do, I just unclip one side of the basher and throw it over, and then have a brew. So I'll do that now, I'll show you that, we'll get a brew on. So this is how I'd have it if the weather's iffy, and if the rain started, I'd just, within 30 seconds it's all pegged out again. Okay lads, if you're interested, this is the a brew system that I used on the Pembrokeshire Coastal Pathwalk, and this is virtually exactly how I had it. The only thing I didn't have is a Tatonka stainless cup, which I've got in this. I just had a little plastic cup, but I'll show you this anyway. This is the Vargo titanium wood stove. Now, a couple of things with it. First issue I had with it is that doesn't lock it in. Bad design in my eyes, so got the old air grip off the missus, and you've got to put a little bend in it, and that should come out the other side, and then that locks that in. Secondly, I don't rate it as a wood stove. Like I've just said, I don't rate it as a wood stove. Well, I can't get on with it anyway, it just seems to take forever and ever. But how I do rate it is as a belting windshield. Alright, very dear for the windshield. Too dear. So this is just my Trangia system, and I put the Trangia obviously in there. Now this mess has been cold, so I'll have to see how we're going to go. Very cold. but she's lit. This is a rucksack my partner brought me as a Christmas present. I didn't know it had these side pouches. Someone told me, so oh god, how daft am I? But perfect for carrying water. Now that's just a energy drink bottle that's empty and I fill with water. And it fits perfect in the side. And it holds a litre, so enough in there for a brew. Beauty with this system, it fits absolutely any pot, any pot. That's the Titan kettle, that's a Tatonka mug. That's why I like it and I use it. But it's mainly used as just a windshield. I was going to drill some holes in it to see if I could get better airflow for the wood, but I've not done up to now. I think I'll just use it as a windshield. I did try it as a wood stove, but I found it very, very poor. Perhaps it's me doing something wrong, but I don't know. Right, I'll bring you back in a minute, guys. There she is to a boil. As I say, it works perfect as a windshield. Absolutely brilliant, can't fault it. As a wood burning stove, I'm open to question. Just another little tip, lads, what I do when I'm just out on my own is, rather than have your rucksack crawling all over the floor, is just wrap it around a bungee and it's off the floor, you can get at things, so might work for you. It's just a little what I do. Hi guys, just showing you that water bottle. Nice and snug in there. Keep that, perfect. So I'm just going to chill out, have my brew, listen to some sounds, and then pack up, go home. So I hope that was alright for you, Strat, Mike. I thought I'd do it exactly as the same way I do it. So, as I say, I hope that was informative. Had a good time at the Camp Baza January meeting. Superb. Really good fun. Fired a shotgun for the first time. God. I prefer the pellet rifle. My plan is this year to do an overnighter in every month of the year, and probably at the end of the year, the last one, December, is put a little compilation together showing you the seasons changing. I could class Camp Baza as my January one, but I think I'll do I think I'll do one on my own in January. Superb. And then you'll just see like compilation at the end of just me. Tell you what guys, if you're reviewing kit, let's review a bit of kit. I know it's an old cliche. I've been hammocking for about near 3 years now, two and a half years, and this is the first year for this winter I've bought the Snug Pack underquilt. I've always either put another sleeping bag down or thermarest down, and I've ended up slipping off them, and I've persevered with it, really, persevered. And usually in the winter I've gone on the ground. But anyway, I took the plunge, bit the bullet, and I bought a Snug Pack underquilt. And I've used it at the camp at Bazza, and the first time I used it was a night out with Skitronic. And I was a bit dubious to how low they could go, so on the third night at Camp Bazza it went down to -2. And I took my big Polish army sleep mat out, took it out completely, and I just used a Snug Pack underquilt, and I was very warm, very warm. So I recommend that to anyone who does hammocking, even in the summer, because you still get a draft in the summer when you compress your sleeping bag, or if you just lie straight onto the material. I'd still recommend using it right throughout the year. It's a belting bit of kit, and I didn't feel one cold draft whatsoever. I'm not saying go and buy one, I'm just telling you what works for me, and it is brilliant, absolutely brilliant bit of kit. So that's my plans this year, to do a night out every month, and you'll be able to see it going through the seasons and seeing the growth on the trees, and then the autumn colours, and at the end of the year I'm hoping to put a bit of a compilation together, and you know, superb. Well, that's my plans. So anyway, I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. I'm gonna pack up and head home. So this is Bribo Outdoors. All the best guys and ladies. See you again. Bye.